Hey, what's up everyone? KabanRamani456 here. Today going to be starting a new playthrough on a Nintendo DS game. So here it is. Sonic Rush for the Nintendo DS. So it's been quite a while since I've actually done a Nintendo DS game. The last game I believe I did was Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. But now we're going to be getting into the Sonic Rush series, which is definitely one of my favorite series, I guess, in the Sonic franchise. And finally going to be covering both games. I'm going to be doing Sonic Rush right here, and then right after this game we'll be covering Sonic Rush Adventure, which I believe is actually the better one out of the two games. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and start the software. I'm really excited about doing this playthrough because I've wanted to do it for so long, but you know, never really found the right time to do it as I was covering so many of the console Sonic games. But now I really am glad that I'm getting into the handheld Sonic games and showing you all this stuff. But anyways, you can see right here, this game was released in 2005, was the first Nintendo DS Sonic game. And it was, my gosh, it was very impressive when the game came out. There's some problems with the game, but overall, it's a fantastic game to play through. And right there, we had a little cutscene. Let me go to the options real quickly just to make sure everything's set, because, yep. Alright, the difficulty is set normal, all that stuff, because sad thing about this is that this game has only one save file, so I had to basically delete all my save data so that you all could see the story of this game, because if I didn't, then, you know, you all would miss out on that. So that kind of sucks, but, you know, did it for all you lovely, beautiful viewers, as it would be really weird to do the playthrough without the cutscenes or story. But, anyway, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay right here. And right off the bat, we have no opening cutscene, nothing like that. We just get straight into the action right here. And here we go, skadoosh! Alright, so this, as you all can see right here, is a 2D Sonic side-scrolling game to where Sonic is basically running between both of these screens that show up on the Nintendo DS. As you can see right here, we're on the bottom screen right now. And I am actually... What the heck? Okay, I got screwed over right there. I'm actually playing this on my Nintendo 3DS capture card, so that's how I'm actually recording this footage. I'm not doing it through emulator, so I get to play with the controls that this game's supposed to have and everything, which is really freaking awesome. But basically, yeah, the biggest addition to this game that made it so different from every other Sonic game we've played in the past was that Sonic got the Sonic Boost, which is where Sonic can basically run at super high speeds through these stages to where he's pretty much near invincible. And because of that, you know, you could basically just ram through everything, which is why the game is called Sonic Rush, because you can basically just boost to win through the entire stage. But right here, though, we have ourselves a special stage, and I'm actually trying to find a stylus. Okay, here we go. I have one in my system. Thank goodness. If I can actually pop it out right now. I definitely should have had this prepared beforehand. But basically, the special stages are controlled entirely by touchscreen, as this was the first Sonic game on the Nintendo DS. And because of this, you know, as Sega always does, they try to take advantage of the gimmicks that Nintendo has on their consoles. So basically right here, we have to control Sonic with the touchscreen right here and the stylus. And you basically move Sonic through this half pipe to collect rings and get the set amount of rings that are on the top screen right there, so that you can go ahead and get yourself a Chaos Emerald. It's really cool, actually. I really do love these special stages. They're a lot of fun to play through and very easy to control, as you know, it's all basically touch-based, so you don't have to really be concerned about, you know, whether or not you weren't precise or something like that, since the DS had a really good responsive touchscreen. So anyway, see right here? Look at this. It's really simple. It gets a bit more difficult later on as they start adding a lot more obstacles in your way, like spikes and whatnot, but you know, if you know how to control it just right, you can really do well with this. It's not as you know, difficult as using the analog, in my opinion. I actually prefer these a lot more than the analog special stages, or like the D-pad. I don't know, like where you control Sonic with like a button or something like that. This right here, you can just basically touch anywhere and that's where Sonic will go, so it's really good. Anyway, there we go, got ourselves 290 rings, and I believe we have completed the special stage. but oh my gosh, I love the special stage music around there. It just sounds so awesome. The woman singing is just like, tonight's a night, tonight's a new night. I don't even know what she's saying, but it just sounds so, I don't know. It's really great special stage music. Anyway, there we go. Got ourselves our first Chaos Emerald. And by the way, in order to actually access the special stage, you have to get on those things in the stages to where basically if you get on those, you just have to boost on them, and they basically kind of let you time warp or something through like dimensions and get into the special stage. So kind of a different way to where, you know, you don't have to collect 50 rings at the end or anything like that, but you definitely have to make sure you have enough boost power so that you can actually be able to reach the special stages. And what the heck? I keep getting screwed over right there to where my boost won't work for some reason. But anyway, there we go. Completed the first stage in 1 minute and 32 seconds, and yeah. Hopefully we got ourselves an S... Nope, didn't get ourselves an S rank. I think it was because I got screwed over in the beginning. But yeah, this is actually one of the, I believe, first games to introduce the S rank with, I'm not sure if it was Sonic 06 or Shadow the Hedgehog, but I think this game came out before... Well, duh, now that I think about it, this game did come out before Sonic 06 because Sonic 06 came out in 2006, this came out in 2005. But this with, I believe, Shadow the Hedgehog were the first games that actually introduced the S rank, so they're really, really hard to acquire in this game because they just tried to make it so difficult to where you have to do everything flawlessly in order to actually get S ranks, but, you know, it's not too terrible. It's really fun to actually try and get your best score on these stages. And one way to actually do that, get an S rank, is by doing lots and lots of tricks. As you all can see right here, Sonic is basically doing flips all throughout these stages, to where if you press the B button while you're in the air or anything like that, you can basically take advantage of Sonic's ability to perform tricks in the air, and these give you extra points, which allow you to score an S rank more easily, which is really good because it can actually be quite difficult. So you can press the B button to basically do flips in the air, and then if you want to, you can press the R button to kind of get yourself some more vertical or horizontal momentum if you want to. So make sure to take advantage of that if you can. Alright, so we gotta basically bounce. There we go. Gotta get ourselves enough height right there to get up there. But yeah, I really did love the Rush series because I loved how they took advantage of both screens instead of it just, you know, being like one tiny screen that you race on. Instead, we have like two areas to where we can basically just zoom all over the place, and it really did add a lot of interesting level design with multiple pathways and all. And there we go. That was the second stage right there. So I think we did that pretty flawlessly. But we still didn't get an S rank. I guess I didn't do enough tricks right there. Anyway, here we go. Now I'll show you. Oh Lord, look at this. Eggman, what are you up to now? Sonic, you little pest. Soon ultimate power will be within my grasp, and I shall be invincible. Ha! I may not know what your plan is, but it's never going to work. And that was a bit more of a Roger Craig Smith voice instead of Jason Griffith. But anyway, here we are on the first boss in Leaf Storm. Ready? Go! Alright, so this is the first boss of this game right here. As you can see, basically we have this like kind of like snake-like, serpent-like robot that basically tries to chase us down and smush us. And you gotta be really, really careful right there, because if you're not fast on your feet, he will take you down. So right now I'm just kind of, you know, trying to dodge his attacks, and then what you want to do is hit the core on top of his head. If you can see on the bottom screen, there's kind of like a gauge right there that shows how much health, HP, that these enemies have. But honestly, you know, it's not really necessary. So during boss fights and stuff, I'm just going to be showing basically the top screen, since, you know, that way it'll be full screen and all that stuff. Anyway, yeah, this boss fight's really, really easy, very simple, you know, just basically make sure you dodge this dude's attacks, and you should be fine. And you want to definitely make sure that you keep all 12 of your rings, because if you don't, If you don't keep all your rings, it makes it a lot harder to get an S rank on these stages, so... Alright. No! Oh my god, Lord, no! What? Are you kidding me? Okay, I was just about to explain that right there, but I got totally screwed over. I can't believe I died on this boss. I've never died on this boss, like, ever. Because it's so easy, but I guess I just kind of screwed myself over right there. I didn't really practice on this boss right here before I actually recorded, so it's kind of been a while since I've played this. But basically, he puts that ginormous thing right there on the bottom so that he can kind of push you off the stage. And since I did a jump dash and I didn't jump over it enough, it pushed me off. So make sure you do a jump high enough that you'll clear this thing, like that right there. Make sure that he does not push you off, because if you do that, if he does, that's basically instant death right there. So see right here, look at this. Just basically spin dash in place and then just dodge out of the way, and he's no trouble at all. Alright. Get ready. Alright, there we go. And yeah, sorry if I am giving a lot of commentary in this, you know, part. Basically, I would just like to explain a lot of things about these games, as this is a game that definitely changed a lot in the Sonic series. So I feel that, you know, I should explain some of these things that they added into this game. And I'll probably still have to explain stuff I didn't cover in this episode. But, right, there we go. Dodge that right there. Alright. There's 2 more hits left, and we should be done. But the further you progress in the stage, it's really cool, because the music will actually start to speed up to where it's like, you know, the boss basically realizes it's in the crucial, you know, like crucial or like a critical state. So basically it, oh lord, alright, jump over that, alright, jump over that, there we go. To where the music speeds up like its heart is beating faster or something like that. It's really cool. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, ooh, lord, that was close. But anyway, here we go. Skloosh! And there we go. That is it for Eggman's contraption right there. Wait, Eggman! Oh, whoa. Ooh, hello there! And look here, we are now introduced to the other character that was in this game, Blaze Cat. We're going to be able to play with her later on. Who's that? Yep, Sonic has no idea who she is. She just basically blazed onto the scene right there. But, yeah, there we go. Look at this. Here we go. Ooh, look at Sonic breakdancing. Oh, kill him. And there we go. Because we got ourselves 50,000 points, we got ourselves an S rank like a boss. That was beautiful. So yeah, make sure you have all 12 rings when you're playing through these boss fights so that you can make sure you have a guaranteed S rank. Anyway, hey, what's up? Eggman's got another crazy scheme, and we saw some mysterious girl. Things are starting to get interesting, eh, Tails? Idle hands can be a dangerous thing, Sonic. The ultimate power that Eggman spoke of. Yes, I won't give Tails that voice again. But I wonder what kind of power he was talking about. No need to worry. Whatever he decides to do, we'll stop him. Let's go, Tails. I know I can always count on you. Are you sure about that? Hey, Sonic, wait for me! Are you sure about that? Because could you count on him in the old games? Could you count on him in SA2 when he basically nearly had you killed in space by Eggman shooting you off to the Earth? Yeah, anyway though. Player Blaze the Cat is now playable. I don't know, I just like to rip on Tails sometimes just as a joke, a running gag. Nothing too serious, but he's just so pickable sometimes. But anyway, yeah, there we go. We completed the first zone, Leaf Storm, and we're going to go on and end off this video right here. So a very short episode. These episodes will most likely be short as they basically consist of 2 acts and then a boss fight and then a cutscene or something like that. But I just want to make sure that this Let's Play is organized. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and a comment. It really helps out a ton. And, you know, I'll make sure to keep on uploading this regularly, especially if you all are really enjoying it. I hope you all do enjoy this playthrough. But, yeah, so I guess that wraps it up for the first part. Would love to hear your feedback. Let me know in the comments below if you love the Sonic Rush series, and which of the handheld games did you like the most? Like the Game Gear games, the Advance games, the Rush series, or Sonic Lost World 3DS? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear what you all have to say. But anyway, thank you all again for watching. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Commander Mites.